Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I today have filmed how I do my eye makeup. It's a question I get asked quite a bit on Instagram, and I just wanted to get you guys a video across so that you could see how I do it, see the products I use, the techniques I use, and it kind of answers it. Now obviously I'm not a professional makeup artist. I did dabble, I did used to work on a makeup counter back in the day, and I do absolutely love makeup. I love putting it on, I love trying new products. So yeah, I'm really into it, and it's, I guess you would call it a hobby of mine, but obviously I don't really know all the technical terms and all that sort of stuff. So if anything, it will be entertaining to watch. But I hope you guys enjoy it. Obviously it's completely different to what I normally post, so if you do enjoy it and you want to see more of it, then obviously let me know, or you know, share with me the products that you use that you really like and stuff like that. Yeah, and I hope you enjoy it. I will see you guys in the next video. Okay guys, so I am going to show you how I do my eye makeup. I've just applied moisturiser and eye cream to my face. I've started to use a different eye cream. I'm using the Ordinary. I've heard rave reviews about this product, and I'm starting to try their caffeine solution for their eye cream, and I always use like a really high SPF in my day cream. So at the moment I'm just using like a L'Oreal. The SPF is 30 on it, so I like to be protected. So because this is a just a eye makeup video, I'm going to put my face on. The only thing that I will say that I do use in terms of my eyes is I do put a concealer on over my eyes, and I just feel like this just brightens up the area, you know, just helps get rid of any like dark circles, and just on here, not that I really apply eyeshadow a lot, but if I do, it's kind of like a good base. I guess it would be the same as like using a primer. I'd love to tell you what this concealer is. I'm pretty sure it's Maybelline, and it's one of those ones that have got like a really nice brush, so you can kind of just dot it and then rub it in, so it's pretty good. I think it's Maybelline. Right, so I'm gonna go ahead with the eyes. Okay, so that's my face done. I literally just, like I said, I put a little bit of concealer on my eyes and then put some foundation on. Now, so we start with the eyeliner. The eyeliner that I use is Rimmel, and I love Rimmel. I've used Rimmel for forever. Just because it was one of those things where it was affordable, especially like as a young girl. So I use Rimmel Glam Eyes, and obviously you get those two sort of different types of eyeliners, don't you? You get one where it's like a set felt, so it kind of doesn't move. I like to use the one with the brush. So it's very, very thin, and it makes it quite hard to draw your eyeliner on perfectly. So I do like a challenge. I am not going to sit here and show you how to draw your eyeliner on perfectly, by the way. My best friend are cotton buds. So I draw it on as best I can, and then I literally grab a cotton bud and I just go over the top of it. Let's give it a go. Like I said, if anything, you'll have a bit of a laugh today. Now this one's running out a little bit. I should have got a new one for this video, shouldn't I? So I kind of just dip it back in and just make sure it's a nice thick bit of eyeliner. Eyeliner juice. What's it called? Eyeliner juice? Obviously not that. Product. There you go. That's what they say. I actually like to put a bit of product on the wand. Okay, so as you can see, that went quite rough. So I get the cotton bud and then I literally just go over and then just tidy it up. So on to the next side. Now I like to do my wings quite dramatic, and that's just because where I put my mascara on, my lashes get quite long, and I just feel like it just looks a little bit better than like a subtle one. And in terms of why I use like a really thin eyeliner, or the brush more than the felt, is that I feel like you can be so much more specific. So like, especially like getting right into the corners of the eyes, I just feel like you can just get right on in there, and then like I said, just straighten it up. Whereas if you had a felt one, it's much more blockier. That's my theory anyway. Right, so mascara time. I can already tell you that this eye is already, I can see a few eyelashes that are like, so this eye is probably not going to go as well as this eye. I'm just going to show you everything on this eye though, because obviously it's closer to the camera and you can kind of almost see how I apply it. Now, in terms of mascara, for those of you that have followed me for a while, you know that my absolute love of my life is this. This is Maybelline 1 by 1 mascara. Oh look, I'm even matching. They discontinued it a few years ago, and I've had it for years, and it was, you know, it was like £7. It was just perfect. And when they discontinued it, I found a load on like Amazon and eBay. One of my friends, bless her heart, even got me like a care package with loads of them in, and this is the last one from that care package, and I just kind of feel like, you know what, Becky, like, move on, babe. It's been long enough, you know, like, you need to find your new mascara. So I'm all about good. This is something else that happens as well. Let me just sort that out. You do get a little bit of black like in the inside of your eye sometimes, so I just like to just get that out of the eye, not create a black eye bogey. So like I said, I just thought, look, it's time to get a new mascara. I like good value. I'm not the type of person to spend like £18 on a mascara, and I tell you why as well. I use mascara a lot, so I'm one of these people that I will, as soon as the mascara gets a bit, you know, when we're just not having a good mascara day, like it's just getting a bit clunky, I like to put them in the bin straight away. So if I do that with a product that's like 18-20 quid, it's a bit silly. So I've done my research, guys. I did buy quite a few different ones. Now, what I'm trying to do, if I show you the brush on this, these are the brushes that I love. They're really, 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 like, just, they're solid. They're a solid brush. They don't actually have bristles. So it's like really kind of like stuck in place. Whereas this mascara, let me show you. For example, this, oh actually no, look, I got this one because I thought that would be good, because you kind of look at it and you think, yeah, but this actually is bristles, and it's not kind of like, oh, it's such a weird thing to say. It's almost like rubber rather than a brush. So that one I bought was a brush, and it was just huge. Like the wand was huge, like the handle was huge, and it just all, you know, went a bit pants. And then, you know, sometimes when you take mascara off, almost like when you take waterproof off, and it just feels really like sticky. So anyway, I finally found one that I'm digging, and it is L'Oreal Million Lashes, and it is very, very good. The brush is very, very similar to my old fave from Maybelline, and it just really does the job for me. I'm really happy with it. So I'm going to put it on. So like I said, I can already see that there's a few strays going on. So we'll see. Right, first coat. I don't know how people talk and put mascara on, so I'm really sorry. I'm just going to have to let you just ride this one out without my voice. So you can kind of see I just go right into the root and then I just wiggle. I kind of do that thing where you close your eyes as well, just so that you can get in to all the bits. Now look, you can see what I mean. There's an eyelash there and he's just off. He's not cooperating, is he? Alright, so when I put my first coat on, it doesn't obviously have to be perfect. I kind of just plonk it on so that the lashes are covered, and then my second coat is when I go back and I can kind of be a little bit more specific. So I'm just going to go do my first coat on my other eye. Okay guys, so this is my first coat with the L'Oreal Million Lashes. I'm just going to go ahead and put a second coat on now. I like to do my second coat fairly soon, where the eyelashes are still a little bit wet, and then that way you can just kind of mould them a little bit. As I said, like, I have a few stragglers, and I show you what I'll do with stragglers. I'll show you what I'll do with them. I just have like a little technique where I get some tweezers and I just kind of make them behave. Okay guys, so this is 2 coats. Now this is quite a good thing, I guess, that my left eye is being so bloody annoying, and it's getting a bit sticky, so I can actually show you how I kind of neaten it up a bit. So I just use a pair of tweezers. These have already got mascara on, so you can tell they're my mascara tweezers, and I go in to where it's like a little bit, you can just tell it's like it's a bit dodgy, isn't it? Just they look a bit dodgy. So I just go in and I separate them. And I just kind of go through just to get like the kind of existing, you know, like sometimes you get like those weird bubbles like that. You get like a weird bubble at the top. So I just like to neaten them up and just kind of go through them. Tweezers. I mean, the bubbles are great if you want really long eyelashes because they make them look so much bigger, but I'm not about that life. I'm not about that bubble life. And this eye, like I said, is behaving quite well, so this is, you know, on a nice day, this is where you don't have to deal with any of the tweezing. Okay, you guys, so 2 coats on my top lashes with some tweezing that had to be done because the left eye is being a bit dramatic. But I guess, like I said, I guess that's quite good because then it, you know, we all struggle, don't we, sometimes? We have those bad eyelash days and you just got to sort it out. So, because I'm bougie, I have a different mascara for my bottom lashes. Now this mascara was the first mascara I ever bought. It's Rimmel Super Lash, Extra Super Lash. And I bought it probably, my goodness, when I was like 13, when I really started to kind of look at makeup, and it's probably 12 actually. So, like, they haven't discontinued that one though, have they? But part of my heart is like, you always have to keep this and use this. And it's really handy actually for the bottom lashes because it is a thinner brush and it kind of points downwards, which basically means that you can get right in to like the corners and kind of mold the eyelashes rather than just like a big old wand chunking down. Like I'd never use like you know, the one for my top lashes. Bougie. Do other people do that? So I'm going to go ahead and apply my bottom lashes. Now, I know some people don't like to put a lot on their bottom eyelashes because they like to have like I think they like to have that big look at the top. However, I either don't put makeup on or I put makeup on to the T. Like you see my tweezer stuff, like if I'm putting makeup on, it has to be done very well. I guess that's just me in general. So yeah, so I like to, I try to do subtle sometimes. I try and just, oh, just gonna do one coat. And then they do it and I'm like, so I'm definitely going to go hard on the bottom lashes. So I've just actually, just to tell you, I've just put a white eyeliner just on the inside, and I like to do that because I just feel like it brightens my eyes. You see me? Have you noticed though, the bottom eyelashes behave a bit more? They don't get as leery as the top ones, and you can, like I said, mould them a little bit. So you can see actually I'm not even using my brush, I'm just using the tip. Again, we got our cotton buds, so you know, if you get that panda look, you can just, I mean, cotton buds, they're like the best invention in the world. Can clearly talk when I'm doing my bottom eyelashes. And I like to go right into the corner. If there's eyelashes there, they need mascara. Alright, so that's just the first coat. Yes, I do put 2 coats on the bottom as well. Okay, so eyelashes are done. There are 2 coats on the bottom and 2 coats on the top. As you can tell, this is the winner today, this eye. Just gone so much better than the left one, but hey, that's life. You know, sometimes I do think, oh, you know, like fake eyelashes must be so much easier. Like you glue them, you stick them, you know that you're not going to get a little wanderer. And like, or the same with like lash extensions. I just think, oh, but I do love it. I just love the process of putting on mascara. Now, if I was going out, I would probably put on another coat of mascara on. But the problem is that you run that risk where it does go a little bit crispy. So you have to be careful, because there's nothing worse than crispy, like clumpy eyelashes, because there's no amount of tweezer that's going to help you there. Right, so now on to the last bit. We're going to do eyebrows. So let me show you what I use. Oh. I tried to put some music on for you that's like not copywritten, if that makes sense, so that I can, there's a bit of background rather than like the drill outside. I'm trying to be more professional, guys. Right, so this is what I do. I brush my, sorry, let me tell you what it is. It's Eyeliner. I swear I see beauty bloggers do this all the time and it just focuses straight away. So it's Eyeliner, and it's in dark brown. They don't do a black, and that's probably a good thing, because you know how harsh black is, and even though my hair is very dark, black is just too much, isn't it? It's just too much. So I'm actually going to sharpen that, because, you know, we need it crispy, don't we? We need it sharp and crisp for the brows. So it's just a standard pencil. It's about £5, maybe £6. So it's got a brush on one side, so I just brush my eyebrows up. I remember when Kay saw me brush my eyebrows for the first time, and because I've been an eyebrow girl way before it was fashionable, like I've always been into my eyebrows. And yeah, like 6 odd years ago, when he saw me put on makeup and he was like, "You brushing your eyebrows?" I was like, yeah, that's not weird, is it? And now it's all the rage. Right, so after I've brushed them up, I'm going to go in and I'm basically just going to do a line at the bottom, and the line, it can be quite like stubborn. It can be like a line, because then I'm going to use the brush and go in. So there's a little bit of residue because I've just sharpened it, so maybe just put it on your hand first. So anyway, so you can see that I've just done the bottom. Like I said, it looks quite harsh. There's just a big line on my brow. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go up a little bit into it. And again, just like feathery motion, so it's not too bold. And then I'm going to use my brush, and I'm just going to, quite similar to how I do my mascara, I'm just going to brush up into my brows. And you have to like make your forehead as wrinkly as possible when you do this. I can't do it without. I feel like Botox should be it's calling me. Alright, so there you go. Obviously you can you see that? There's like a little bubble there. Then I'm just going to go over it a little bit more. Bubble? It's not bubble, is it? It's like a little circle. So that looks a bit better. Just brush my eyelid. So I like to brush up on these bits, and then these bits, oh god, it's getting bad, isn't it? I like to brush on the front part of my eyebrow, and then throughout the rest, I maybe just go over it a little bit more, but I like to keep it down. And then obviously I haven't done the edge. You can tell my eyebrows, especially on this side, they don't go down very far, so I don't take them down very far because I want it to look as close to my eyebrows as possible. So I'll kind of take it just to about there. Now I won't brush because obviously there's not really any, well, as much I won't brush. I'm literally going in with a brush, but just to smart it up a little bit. And I just use my finger just to go over anything. If there's any bit over here, just kind of go down so it's just like a neater line. Right, I'm going to do the other eyebrow. Okay, so that's the other eyebrow done. So when you see your face so up close, like I just look back at what I just did, and it's like, it's quite apparent that like you do have one side of your face that is a different shape to the other. Like this eyebrow is bigger than this eyebrow. I actually had something called Bell's palsy as a kid, which meant that like muscles in one side of my face didn't, they just kind of like stopped working for a bit, and then one side did. And I feel like I've always felt a little bit conscious of that like when I look at my face up close, like one side of my mouth moves a little bit more than the other and it's a bit higher up. I'm fine with that, by the way. Like I'm happy to be a bit wonkier. I think it builds character. But I just, from the purposes of just looking at like how I do my eyebrows and stuff, like how I do my right eyebrow, when I was doing it, I noticed that it is actually a little bit different, because I don't have as much, or I have eyebrows here, but they're fairer. So I just have to kind of pencil them in a little bit differently. And this eye definitely is a different shape to this eye. So maybe next time, if you guys want to see another one of these, I will show you both eyes, just in case anyone is a bit like me and has a wonky face. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed it and it was all right. I guess the best bit of advice I can give you is, first of all, this mascara is awesome. And like I said, if you are like me and you do like to put quite a bit of mascara on, like just get them tweezers out. You've got to be obviously very careful, but you know, if you do get kind of stragglers, or if you put mascara on and you find it gets a bit bobbly at the top, just, you know, you can just use those tweezers just to kind of separate the eyelashes a bit, or just take off any kind of bobble. Be really gentle though, obviously. You don't want to pull any of your eyelashes out. So, oh, I don't know if I mentioned, but I basically, when I do my eyebrows, I just put a little bit of eyebrow pencil on my mole just to make it more moly. Yes, so that's it. So I hope you enjoyed it, and just, if anything, was entertained for a little bit. Comment on this video. I will comment back. I know I'm a bit rubbish on YouTube, but I definitely will, you know, read your comments and have a look and see what you guys are saying. You know, if you do your eyelashes the same, or if you're bougie like me and you have 2 different mascaras. And just, yeah, share with me, you know, if you've used like the this brand before, or if you use a mascara that you think I would like that's not like 20 quid, because, you know, then yeah, like just let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I will see you guys in the next video.